door slammed open. Wood splintered violently as heavy boots stepped into Carter's shop. Aidan didn't breathe. Neither did Chloe. "Move," a voice called from the entrance. Cold, controlled, not rushed, like they already knew they would win. Flashlight beams cut through the darkness of the shop. 1, 2, then 5. At least 5 men. Aidan crouched lower behind the counter, heart hammering. Chloe grabbed his arm. "They're going to find us," she whispered. Noah didn't answer. Another boot step echoed closer. One of the men spoke again. "Check the counter." A flashlight beam swept across the room. Closer, closer. A flashlight beam suddenly dropped right onto the counter. Aidan, Noah, and Chloe froze completely under it. A heavy silence followed. Then a voice spoke from above them. Well. A pause. "Look who we've got here." Aidan's stomach dropped. Boot steps circled the counter slowly. Chloe held her breath so hard it hurt. Then, a hand reached down and grabbed Chloe by the arm. She was yanked out from under the counter before she could react. "Chloe," Aidan whispered sharply. She struggled immediately, but the man holding her was stronger. 3 more men stepped closer, forming a half circle. One of them tilted his head. "Small world," he said. 2 of the Carter kids' friends, and the girl herself. Chloe glared. "Let go of me." The man ignored her. "Now," he said slowly, "tell us why you're here." Another voice cut in. "And more importantly, where is the map?" Aidan's heart stopped. Silence. Noah's eyes shifted quickly around the room, already scanning for exits. Aidan slowly stood up from behind the counter. The men immediately raised their lights. There was no hiding anymore. Aidan lifted both hands slightly. "You want the map?" he said calmly. The men tightened their grip on Chloe. "Then let her go," Aidan continued, "and we give you the map." Chloe's eyes widened. "Aidan, don't..." One of the men smirked. "Smart boy." He stepped forward. "Hand it over." Aidan slowly reached into his jacket. But Noah wasn't looking at him. He was looking behind the shelves, measuring distance, counting steps, planning. Then he whispered without moving his lips. "There's a door behind the storage shelves." Aidan frowned. "How do you know that?" Noah shrugged. "I've been in here before." Chloe stared at him. "Of course you have." Aidan slowly pulled the folded map from his jacket. The men immediately tensed. "Careful," one of them warned. Aidan held it up. "If you want it," he said, "you let her go first." The man holding Chloe laughed. "Give it to me now." Aidan hesitated. Chloe suddenly shifted her stance. Fast, sharp, and then she drove her elbow hard into the man's stomach. When he bent forward in shock, she hit him again. Lower. He dropped instantly. "Now!" Noah shouted. Everything exploded into motion. Aidan grabbed Chloe's arm. Noah lunged toward the storage shelves. "Move!" The 3 sprinted as shouting erupted behind them. "Get them!" Footsteps thundered. Lights swung wildly. Chaos filled the shop. Noah shoved the shelves aside and revealed the hidden wooden door. "Go!" Aidan pushed Chloe through first. Noah followed, the map still in Aidan's grip. Behind them, the door burst open just as they slammed it shut. Dark tunnel, cold air, escape. They ran blindly through the passage as echoes of pursuit grew behind them. Chloe was breathing hard. "I hate this place." "Later," Aidan snapped. Noah suddenly slowed again, listening. "This way." He turned sharply. Aidan grabbed him mid-step. "How are you even navigating this?" Noah smirked faintly. "Because Carter used to talk in his sleep." Chloe nearly choked. "What?" "Not now," Aidan hissed. Behind them, voices grew louder. Closer. The tunnel ended abruptly. The wind roared behind them as the 3 friends ran out of the cliffside tunnel. Shouts exploded from inside the shop behind them. "They're escaping!" Don't let them get away. Footsteps thundered closer. Aidan didn't look back. Run, he yelled. They sprinted across the uneven ground outside the cave, slipping slightly on wet rock as the ocean crashed violently below. Chloe was breathing hard. This was a terrible idea. No kidding, Noah shouted. Behind them, flashlights burst through the tunnel entrance. The men were coming out. Aidan pointed ahead. Town, now! They ran harder. Down the hill, through narrow paths, past abandoned boats and sleeping streets. The night blurred around them as they moved like shadows through the harbor town. But the footsteps didn't stop. They were still being followed. Noah turned his head slightly. They're gaining on us. Aidan gritted his teeth. Then don't stop. They cut through an alley. Then another. Chloe nearly slipped, but Aidan grabbed her hand and pulled her forward. Where are we going? She gasped. Kai's, Aidan shouted. Noah nodded immediately. Good. He'll know what to do. They turned sharply into a residential street, where they burst through Kai's street just as chaos erupted behind them. Aidan didn't stop knocking. Kai! The door flew open. Kai stood there, confused. What the? No time! Noah shoved past him. We need to get inside. Kai barely had time to react before all three rushed into the house. He shut the door quickly behind them. Breathing hard, Kai turned. What is going on with you guys? Aidan didn't answer immediately. He pulled the folded map from his jacket and placed it on the table. Kai froze. Outside. Silence. The shouting was gone. The footsteps were gone. Chloe stepped closer to the window carefully. No lights, no movement. Nothing. She exhaled slowly. I think they lost us. Noah didn't relax. That doesn't mean they stopped. Aidan nodded quietly. They'll keep searching. A heavy silence filled the room. Outside, the empty street looked calm again. Too calm. Like the night itself was pretending nothing had happened. But all three of them knew the truth. This wasn't over. Not even close.